Good day, class. So for our topic today, chapter 11, the future of tourism. So let's begin. So for the learning objectives, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to know the future of tourism. So ano nga ba yung mga possibilities or mga future trends or possible challenges that we might encounter in the tourism industry few years from now? Okay, or is it starting na ba? Meron na bang new development? So we will know all of those possibilities. So let's proceed, everybody. So first is possible future of tourism. So ano-ano nga ba yung mga trends or future ng tourism in the next coming year? So here are those. First is the growth and development of sharing economy. So when we say sharing economy, meaning all of the some of the or not all products and services can be shared, but the products and services that can be shared in the tourism industry is being called as sharing economy, meaning the consumer, the guests, the tourists are sharing or uh, having a different or divided portion of the products and services that they are availing. So for example, peer-to-peer. So when we say peer-to-peer, some of the tourists or most of the tourists are exchanging their ideas, their information, their tips in terms of traveling, booking in some hotel, so on and so forth. So if you are familiar with a Facebook group, the DIY travel or the do it yourself travel, so most of those uh, part of the Facebook group are travelers. Now, nagkakaroon doon ng tinatawag nating peer-to-peer sharing. When we say peer-to-peer sharing, yung mga travelers or yung mga guests na nakapag-stay or nakapag-travel in a different destinations, nakapunta sa iba't ibang attractions, they are sharing their experiences, their do you call this, tips kung paano makakamura, yung way or yung tour packages na inavail nila, saan sila nag-avail ng travel agency. So, nagkakaroon doon ng exchanges of information, whereas or wherein um, nagtatanong sila ab- kung positive ba or negative ba yung experience nila to their um, availed products and services. So for example, merong isang traveler doon, nag-book siya in some hotel or in a certain hotel in Hong Kong. And then ipopost niya doon sa page na yon, and then some of the commenters are planning to book as well ng travel nila going to Hong Kong. So since yung pinost noong previous traveler na yon na nag-travel sa Hong Kong ay related doon sa preferences or um, segments na mga gusto ring mag-travel sa Hong Kong. So, nagkakaroon ng or nagke-create ng um, exchanges of information and exchanges of conversation. Kasi nagpapalitan nga sila ng information, may nagtatanong, and then meron namang sasagot. So, that's what we call peer-to-peer sharing. And another one is yung ride sharing. So, yung ride sharing, I believe, feeling ko naman all of us are familiar with Angkas, GrabCar, ano pa ba? Joyride. So, when we say ride sharing, kung before, we can ride a taxi alone. So, pag pinara natin yung taxi, tayo lang yung passenger. But nowadays, meron ng mga application wherein you can book your Grab car and you can share your ride with other passenger. Okay? Another example naman ng ride sharing din, aside from the mode of transportation, is for example, merong magta-travel in a certain destination and merong promotions or kailangan niya ng kapartner or kasama to avail that certain package or certain promotion, then the other party who are also interested to avail that product, they can converse with each other, talk with each other, and create a meeting of minds or contract na can we share or can we be a partner in availing this certain promotions or products. So that's what we call ride sharing. Okay, so are you guys following? Do you have any question? All right. Next is tourists will be more inclined in the various destinations and attractions that focuses on health and wellness. So nowadays, as times goes by, mas nagiging health conscious tayo or mas nagpo-focus tayo sa wellness ng ating body or ng ating physical and emotional and full stability state. Now, since we had our experience when we had the pandemic, so mas naging conscious tayo sa mga kinakain natin, sa mga ginagawa natin, sa mga inaabil nating products and services. That's why one of the future of tourism is mas magiging boom yung mga attraction na nag-o-offer ng products and services na merong focus sa health and wellness. Kasi nga, yung mga tao, mas interested sila or mas inclined sila nowadays na mas palakasin yung resistensya nila or mas maging healthy sila. So one of the best example of this attraction under health and wellness side is this. I can show you this video.
You just relax that. Very good.
Woo!
Very good. Just relax your shoulder back. I got you. You're not gonna fall. Let that hip fall. There it is. Relax that shoulder back. Very good. There, let's start with this upper back one. Tilt your head. That's pretty good. That's excellent. And then we're just doing this last one, mid back here. Go and take a deep breath in. Let it all out. There it is.
Nice.
You.
Okay, so as you can see in the video, the health practitioner, so disclaimer lang, these people are professional, they undergone training and certification, and they have licenses to do this activity. So the activity that you are seeing or that you saw in the video is what we call bone alignment therapy or the chiropractic therapy. So this services or this practice is used to relieve discomfort and reduce pains. So the focus is on the spine and how it affects our body. So doctors are performing this type of therapy are either called, as I mentioned, chiropractors or chiropractic physicians. So itong activity na to ay very boom nowadays. So some or most of the people who avail the services, meron silang testimony na gumaan yung pakiramdam nila or mas parang naging light yung kanilang paggalaw or pagkilos because they think or they thought na na-aligned ulit yung kanilang spines and the different bones in their body. That's why very boom siya nowadays. So, if you are familiar with the vlog of Francine Diaz, so nag-undergone siya ng ganitong therapy, the bone alignment therapy. Okay, so you can watch you can watch her rather a video in YouTube. So that's sponsored, just a relevant example for this trends. Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
You. Just relax that.
Okay, next naman natin, class is actively and effectively engaging social media and online review sites. So when we say actively and effectively engaging social media and online review sites, nowadays we are very tech savvy, especially your generation, the generational Z. We are connected to our different social media accounts such as Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. So nowadays, the mode of promotions, the mode of marketing, and the mode of attractions to the target market, to the customers, to the consumer, to the tourists, and to the guests are mostly happening inside the world of social media. So 'Di ba, most of the time tayo when we want to go to a certain destination, hindi na tayo pupunta doon para tingnan or mag-survey. So before, kailangan pang mag-survey or nahihirapan tayo maghanap ng references or ng mga videos. But nowadays, through the use of technology, the digital media, the social media, the online sites, we can easily reach those review that uh, came from the previous participants or guests na nag-book or nag-avail ng products and services na yon. Okay, so through social media, mabilis na natin makikita, ay, parang gusto kong pumunta doon sa Henan Hotel sa Boracay. So, anong gagawin mo? Okay, you will search Henan Hotel in your platforms, in your social media account. And ang dami nang lalabas na online reviews or mga videos ng kanilang experiences. And by having that, mas magkakaroon ka na agad ng idea or knowledge, ganun pala yung presyo, ganito pala yung mga amenities nila, ganito pala yung makikita ko doon pag pumunta ako. Okay, so we are in the midst of developing and upgrading pa yung ating social media accounts na nakakatulong sa pag-review natin ng mga attractions, destinations, locations na pinupuntahan natin when we are traveling or when we are enjoying from different places. So this is some of the videos that I can show you of some of the influencers and vloggers who are experiencing the different amenities, facilities, and services of various hotels and accommodations. Okay?
Let's go dine in one of the most opulent Chinese fine dining restaurants in Manila. This is Yulei, a Shanghainese restaurant headed by Michelin star chef Mikiya Imagawa. They serve premium Shanghainese cuisine, and this special curated menu will be available for everyone to try by the last quarter of the year.
Okay, so this is the other video. I'm going to stop the video there. So as you can see, this blogger, credits to Jane Natchan of TikTok. So, pinakita niya dito yung maaring yung maging experience when you book a restaurant inside Okada, Manila. And also, under Jen Mayuga TikTok, it shows the different amenities, the different facilities of a room in Okada, Manila. So imagine through the use of social media and online review sites, we can easily reach those kinds of information in just one click of our fingers. Okay, so next.
Let's go dine in one of the most opulent Chinese fine dining restaurants in Manila. This is Yulei, a Shanghainese restaurant
Next naman, class, is yung mobile tourism will become the norm. When we say mobile tourism, we can travel to the different part of the Philippines, of the world, using our cell phones or using our mobile or our gadgets. Okay? So, as you can see, di ba, minsan nakikita natin doon sa TikTok, nagsuscroll lang naman ako, nakarating na agad ako sa Alaska. Or, gusto ko lang naman magpahinga, nagsuscroll lang ako, nakarating na ako na...
Tell by my attitude that I'm most definitely from...
See the different destinations around the world through the use of our mobile. Kasi yung mga vloggers, yung mga influencers, yung mga travelers who are traveling from different part of the globe are posting and sharing their experiences online. That's why we as a tourist or we as their viewers, nagiging exposed din tayo dun sa experience nila. Even if we do not experience the same activities that they are doing, still example.
Tell by my attitude that I'm most definitely from...
Next, alright, so next naman is yung virtual reality. Magiging trend din siya. When we say virtual reality, they are using an equipment wherein pinapa-experience niya sa atin ang different dimensions or a different theme, and then when we are experiencing this kind of animations, we feel na parang siya. Okay, so that's what is called virtual reality. Pero it is only programmed by a computer and the people behind it. Okay? So, trending din siya. So, mostly itong virtual reality, parang meron siya nito sa mga malls. Okay? Or sa mga theme park. Pwede niyo siya makita doon. So, this is the example. Okay, so as you can see on the video, so parang nakaupo lang naman sila doon and meron silang suot na para siyang glasses. Tapos doon piniplay yung video. So as you can see on their reaction, so siguro ang pinapanood nila is horror. That's why ganun yung kanilang reaction. So that's how virtual reality work. And this is another one. Okay, so dito din para sila they are shouting. So it seems that it is very real when in fact it is only using LED. Okay, so that's how virtual reality works. Next is high security and electronic machines will be booming since people are very attracted in traveling to many places, especially kapag may mga nagbo-boom na tourist attraction, sobrang daming tao na pumupunta doon. That's why the demand for high security machines and electronic devices are also booming or in demand. Kasi nga, in order for us to develop and make sure that our guests and tourists are still safe and secured while they are enjoying. So there are a lot of equipments and machineries na naiimbento nowadays na nakaka-help sa atin in order for our guests to become safe and secure. Especially sa mga airport, 'di ba? Meron na tayong mga facial recognition, meron na tayong mga fingerprints. We can also track the terrorists. So, may mga record na tayo. So, especially pag sa airport, so, yung mukha nila nakikita na or nasa-scan nila. So, those are some of the example of high security machines. Mga CCTV cameras are also high definition already. So, hindi na siya katulad dati na blurred na kailangan mo pang titigang mabuti para ma-identify mo siya. But nowadays, yung mga CCTV cameras, it can be zoom in and zoom out 1,000% and colored din na din siya. Meron na rin siyang light adjustment during night. Okay, pag umaga naman, so yun nga, mas malinaw siya or mas HD siya. Okay? Next is the boost of digital nomadism. When we say nomadism, from its root word nomad, ibig sabihin walang permanent address or walang permanent location. So when ang sinasabi natin dito sa the boost of digital nomadism, yung mga tao, they are transitioning to work from home setup. Since na tuklasan nga natin or nakita natin when we had the pandemic na pwede pala, possible pala yung work from home setup. That's why most of the people are applying to companies who are offering a work from home setup, especially yung mga virtual assistants. So yan. That's why those people who wants to work at home, meron silang freedom to travel anytime and anywhere they want. Just bringing their laptop with them and madadala nila yung trabaho nila or kahit saan man sila magpunta ay makapagtrabaho sila. One of the booming place in the Philippines wherein ang daming stay doon or pumupunta doon para mag-travel and explore the province is Siargao. Okay, most of the people or traveler who are going to Siargao, ang kanilang place of place of domicile is nasa Manila or nasa other provinces, but they tend to choose to move to Siargao and experience Siargao because why not? Diba? Since work from home naman sila. Okay, so that's what we call the boost of digital nomadism. That's why tourism should also develop and cater to this kind of market. Next is smart destination will be at peak. Okay, people will go to a place where they will feel comfort or they will experience comfort and relaxation. Especially, malilimutan nila yung mga pain points or challenges when they are traveling. So, if that destination is very smart, meaning yung toilet nila, hindi mo na kailangan kumuha ng tissue or punasan ng tissue yung bowl. Meron na, katulad sa Japan, so it will automatically flash water. Meron na siya mga buttons na may mga different features or for example, yung mga vending machine on that destination. So, very develop na, meron na mga noodles, bukod sa noodles, chocolates, hindi lang siya drinks, yung mga signals are also smart na din, and as well as the facilities are very smart, meaning they will, it will help them to relax and lessen their job and make their services efficient and effective. And lastly, the post-COVID-19 pandemic effect. So, as of now, meron pa rin naman yung virus, but it is already lessened compared dun sa peak niya. Okay, way back 2 years to 3 years before. But meron pa rin tayong post-COVID-19 pandemic effects, meaning yung mga protocols, meron pa rin tayong mga protocols na sinusunod in some areas. Meron pa din tayo mga alcohols, checking of temperatures, and the standard operating procedures of the hotel ay nabago talaga siya or na-tweak talaga siya na maa-align natin sa safety net ng pandemic. Okay, so that's it. Those are some of the future trends of tourism. Actually, there are a lot of future trends of tourism. So yun. So I'll be giving you your activity to research other trends of tourism. So thank you very much, class, for listening. So have a good day.